Alright, Guten Morgen everyone. You may notice there's a little bit of German there. Did you see it? A little bit of German I put in that voice. Guten Morgen. So, so we're going to play Prison Architecture again. We did actually fail last time, but there's been a lot of updates, and this is actually a mod to make it all Germanized. So we're Germans, and we take prisoners of war. Okay, so what war? It's an unnamed war, I'm sure. We're gonna stay away from that. Yes. So first thing, I'm gonna get building my prison where I think I would like it, but yeah, hopefully we can manage this pretty well. I got an idea. I want some holding cells to begin with. That's normally how you start things. And actually, before we get started, let us just. We don't want that. So these are. Apparently these are our minimum, maximum and medium security prisoners. So British are our low security. What? Americans weren't even in it until the end. This unnamed war, I mean, they weren't in my imaginary unnamed war. Anyway, so we got some holding cells, and I like symmetricality, so I don't know, we'll put some classrooms or something down here. We're a bit more aware than we used to be, so that's useful. That is useful to know. So what we're going to do is now, actually, one thing that we do know. What do we know? I know what we know. Right, bunks as they call it here. So cells. They're actually living 2x3, which is pretty cool, isn't it? So I only need 2x3, but I know we're not supposed to treat them very well. But I wanna give them a bit more than that. Well, these are going to be my British. Am I? What the? British are going to get treated nice. I've decided. Okay. Now, normally you may think, oh, but KBT, you're British, aren't you? You're British, innit? Yes, I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Your Majesty. There we go. Oh, I screwed that up. How could I screw that up? Please count better. So well, even if they weren't British, I'm sure I'd be treating them nicer. They are my low security, prisoners. So we're going to treat them nice, and then, we're going to give a double whammy. So there we go. So we got a nice 20, which is more than enough, but it's a nice chunk. So this is going to be, I think, is the right word gulag? Is that I don't know. Is that German or is that Russian? Gulag. So there's gulag number 1. A nice 20 prisoners in that gulag. We best get them. These guys started. They're not actually doing anything. So let's get our holding cells done first. Just those 2. Now we're going to separate it because I'm thinking of future expansion. This prisoner of war camp is going to take quite a few prisoners, and some of them are going to be some of them are going to surrender. I don't want to call names, but some of them are going to surrender. None of these will surrender, but we haven't got any of the members. This is so racist. Nearly, I'm trying not to be. I'm sorry, but some of them are obviously going to just come in and be like, "Oh wait, I don't want to be here," and try and get out and kill people. No, I don't know why. I got a feeling those are definitely, I don't know, stereotypical. I just imagine to be right annoying. They're probably not friends with these guys. I don't think they were they? In my unnamed war, I'm not sure. I wish I was a historian. Okay, so that's going to be good. We're gonna build that. That's a nice chunk. Now we're gonna not bother building the 10 top ones, but we're gonna put them there for now. Building foundations does get a bit tricky later on. So let's quickly go up now. I want my officers to be miles away. There's no reason for the officers to be anywhere near anything, really. So if I just build them down here, my thought process is that if anyone tries to run away in the future across here, they're going to be stuck by officers and hopefully the psychiatrist. And what else we got? Director and Commandant will stop them in their tracks. Maybe. We hope. Okay, so we've got prisoners, holding cell. What else do we need? He says individual jail cells. Yeah, we find that large holding cell. Kitchen canteen. That seems quite yes. It seems quite yes, guys. So imagine if we had a gulag number 2 down here. Let's imagine. Are you imagining? I hope you are. Because without your imagination, what is everything? It is nothing. Okay, I wish we had that clone tool. You have to upgrade. You have to get the clone tool later. Can you believe it? Okay, so that's there. So we need the kitchen, and we wanna make it big to start with. You know, is that big enough? Yeah, it could be. What do you think? I don't want to. The worst thing is running out of space, but we do want. I guess we need more than one in the future, won't we, guys? So let me just think. A cook costs 2, and we need several cookers, and then we could use a sink, which is 3. I know. 1, 2, 3. Oh wow, we've got plenty of room here. We've got plenty of room. I'll tell you that. So yeah, that looks to be about good. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so a little bit more, and we might as well stick that down there or something. We won't create that as an extra kitchen anyway, but maybe we'll turn it into something else. Okay, so we will need to, you know, trees. Now, what I learned from last time is trees are invaluable. Trees are excellent. Okay, we need doors. I forgot about that. Doors, guys. These are going to be obviously jail doors. Jail doors made of wood. Amazing. But doesn't matter. Whatever. You know, most of our stuff is made of wood. You'll notice a lot of our stuff is made of wood. We can build concrete, and I actually think anything that's staff involved is going to be concrete. Everything that is prisoners, well, they'll have to survive with wood, won't they? Yes, they will. Okay, so I think we can speed up. I don't want to speed up too much, because this is quite an important time where our P.O.Ws are only just coming in. But they've got trees, and trees take a long time. Look at them. So what else do we need? There's some basics. Some very basic grants. So, hold and sell bathroom. So, bathroom. Is that shower? Everyone gets a toilet for free. Free toilets, guys. Nice. 2 officers, 2 cooks. A yard. Okay, a yard. Now, a yard we can probably just say is, I don't know, we can just designate a yard for now. It doesn't need to be anything dramatic. There we go. So that's going to be yard area. I don't think that works. Yeah, there you go. Suddenly it's getting smaller, guys. It's getting a lot smaller. That's yard time. Behind at least 1 door. Secure. Okay, well. As I remember, fences don't cost anything. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, our currency, guys. If you Reichsmarks, if that's how you pronounce it, I'm not sure. I so hope no Germans watch this, because I'll probably butcher everything. Okay. So, are they going up to get the offices? They are. Alright, that's cool. That's cool, bro. We like that. So, where are our... Okay. Now, we obviously need utilities, don't we? These are the basics. We know basics. Guys, we can handle basics. So, we need 3x3 for the... What is it? Diesel. Guys, we're back in the history. We're using diesel. We probably still use diesel, do we? We use some sort of fossil fuels for generators, but you know, normally they're electric, but these ones are actually diesel. So that one requires, actually I think I mucked that up. I like symmetricality, so we'll do that. Because the diesel requires space all around it in case you want to build the diesel barrel. Amazing. I didn't realise about that. Diesel barrel. Okay, so if we want diesel barrels, we need to give space around it, like that. The water cooling thing does not require that, so we can just cut that off pretty nicely. That's going to fit in nicely with that. That's cool. And then we got a bit more space, so we're going to do something there. I don't know what. We'll turn that into maybe storage for these guys. Oh, they finished. They finished. Well, get to work. Don't slack. Canteen is going to be made out of wood. Yeah. Does it actually cost more to build concrete? Let's see. 3x3 costs 90. Concrete costs 3x3 costs 90. No. Okay. So it doesn't actually cost any more to do concrete. Right, so we're slowing down time. Yes. Pit toilet, man. Every cell needs a pit toilet. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. Jail cell. Let's stick them in the middle. So I'll give them a bit more space. These are my nice prisoners. Later on, the gulags are going to have less space in them. I'm getting confused now. There we go. And we do need, I believe, just one there and one there for now. Because what's gonna, when I create that wall, it's gonna make this place really, they're gonna get trapped. They always do. these guys are not very intelligent. These are the low-level German people, you know. And we need a name for this prison. Now, someone has already given me a name, and I actually quite like it. Camp Kex. We naming our prison Camp Kex. I need a designation as well. King is not. I'm not a king. I don't know what I am. You guys can tell me in the comments what I am. You know, somebody Blacktooth, I think is what I am. Not king. Am I like Commandant Blacktooth? Well, we got commandants here. There's got to be another better thing. All right, let's stick on some personnel doors. Oh yes, we in there. Commandant, we need him. He's gonna be paid shortly, which is nice. Oh, we need this as well. Of course we do. So now the thing is, when I do this more foundation, it's gonna mess it up. But we didn't know that. That's why I wanted to build this really big first, because it does knock down a wall when they do it. There might be another way to do it. If anybody knows, come on guys, work together. If anybody knows how you can build expansions without knocking down a wall, I'd be so super happy. Now I know you can just get like a wall here. I could probably get wooden and just build it out, you know, and then maybe clear the floor. I don't know if it'll do this big thing that's happening here though. That is the question. So wood, we're just going to do that, you see what I mean? Excellent. And then they're going to do that, and we're going to put a door, personnel door here, and a personnel door here, and a personnel door there. So no, you know, prisoners won't be able to go through there, but if they try, they've got to go through 3 doors, and it just helps my workers. God, we halfway down. We haven't even done anything yet. What haven't we done yet? Okay, a normal door. To get into the cafeteria, anything will do. Might want to stick more doors on later. More door! But for now, I'm happy. Okay, I think that's where my thing was. Oh, we have to wait for him to do it. Why do we have to wait for him to do it? Alright, don't worry, it's cool. Now, we've got 8 hours until they arrive. Alright, they're getting started, which is nice. What's this? What is this? Stacks. Concrete floor. Very nice. Okay, this is done. This is not done. Queued for the door. Right, we can speed up. Get a move on. I'm going to stay down there while oh, yes. We building stuff. I love it. Okay, and actually, before we do that, we're going to... Alright. We're gonna continue this first. Yes. See what I mean? Knock down door. Don't matter though. I'm alright. I can survive. I will survive, I'll tell you that. Wooden door. And we're going to segregate that. Now, the reason, did I say the reason why we're having 2 holding cells? Expansion. Holding cells are really, I don't think, necessary. I should always have cells available, but if I don't, you know, we can segregate some different people. There's a lot of new stuff in back in these olden days with these updates, so we got some good stuff coming. Now we did just build a wall into that door. That's going to be a problem. So what we have to do is, I think, knock down the door. You know, we demolish the wall that, you know, so the door works. The door still works. Don't get me wrong, the door still works. I think it does. No, it didn't. That's amazing. Open the door. Close the... dismantle that. That doesn't work. My door doesn't work. Well, we built concrete around it, guys. Okay, and then personnel door. We have to wait. We don't want to pay money. We don't want to pay right smarts. Is that better? Yeah, I think that's going to work. I think that's going to be a beauty. Okay, now let's continue on. Quickly now. We ain't got much time left. We've only got 4 hours. Okay, that's automatically done that. That's cool. So let us, if we go down here, like that, and then go across here. Now we're building a lot here, but I feel like that's a good idea to do this. And then as we go on, it's going to lead over here. You know, we're not going to bother doing that yet because it'll be a waste of mo money. But, okay, that's good. Now, bricks. Yes. More wood. More wood, please. Well, let's speed those up. We're running out of time. We're going to designate some cells ready. There can't be cells because they haven't got walls in between them. But we don't care. We don't mind that. That's cool. Now, one thing that is important is that we... Oh, it's morning, guys. One thing, if you need to start building fences. Just to stop them being what they are. Criminals. Dirty criminals. Actually, they're not criminals, are they? We're not in that mode. We're in soldiers. Dirty soldiers. Okay. We got a wall there. I didn't think so, actually. Let's build that. Okay, that's cool. Bunk, bunk, bunk. And now we can start building this, because otherwise they wouldn't have been able to get there. You can't get to crosses. You know, they can't go diagonal. They're like chess pieces. We can't go diagonal, guys. Alright. So I feel like it's been completely non-stop for the last 15 minutes. And we've got 50 minutes left. But not really. That's 15 minutes, it means seconds, probably. And I don't feel like we're going to get it done in time. Boy. And this one's got... Oh. The same one, or are they both strong? A pair of strong people. Strong men. Reputation, he's got one, but... Oh, deadly. Why the what? This prisoner is a massive lethal combat move. You can sometimes kill with a single hit. That is hard. Extra... No way! They said in the update, you're not going to get a legendary person. This prisoner is a legend of criminal underworld. There's numerous skills and abilities that make him very dangerous.